video and reversing the LA Lakers. Lakers. Oh, I guarded Klay Thompson. Boy, I go very much pretty good.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Now, the NBA has accepted that this is an era of player movement. Commissioner Adam Silver says the data shows that superstars moving isn't necessarily a bad thing because it allows situations to change. Teams that may not be in a competitive position hope that they can sign one of those players. And as we know, Kevin, hope springs eternal.
It always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. DeRozan out there with Wiggins. Then there's Davis. Then there's the captain. And it's Poole in at the point guard position. And for Los Angeles, they've got Trae Young. He's out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves.
Ooh. How much was the average Klay at 12 points? 12 points? 3 points? Davis averaging 19 points. Averaging 20 points. Averaging 11 points. Okay. Okay. Come on now. Wiggins is 29 years old, averaging 12 points. DeMar was averaging 18 points. He's not bad, right? I told you. Okay, Salmon's averaging 11 points. Vince is averaging 2 points. Okay. Averaging 2.4 points.
Across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
It'll be Los
Oh
Angeles
my
off
God,
the tip.
Lakers. All right.
Hachimura the pass to Young. DeRozan against Hachimura. Over DeRozan. The shot missing. Great D that time from Davis. Here's Wiggins. And yes, it's good. Wiggins has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Raptors.
Able to finish through contact there. Wiggins with the broad shoulders and excellent body control. Nicely done.
Young from outside. Rebounded by the captain. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the Jazz in Utah. He gets that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Thompson outside. First quarter, just over a minute played. And Young kicks to Hachimura. It's tipped. Osman the pass to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Good for the basket. Starting off with that shot.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
Yeah, the drive to the bucket was great, but the lead roll was even better.
And Young kicks to Hachimura.
Stay on it.
Pass to Landale. Young outside. The pass to Hachimura. Shoots over to Rosen. Hachimura, no good. Toronto, they've got their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game.
And with the struggles he has had to stay healthy, and you wonder though if the team's going to focus on having him at his best for that postseason run and try to manage the wear and tear.
Young pass to Hachimura. Back points in coming off the assist from Young.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive the second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Boy, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's off from three-point range. And when Davis is on the floor, Greg, he is a force. But how do you keep him healthy into the play? That is the question.
I mean, sustaining his output over a full season isn't easy. But Davis has had a bit of bad luck with the injury, so you have to mitigate ways to keep him healthy.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Feeling out to the left wing. Baseline try. Highland misses. Raptors leading by 8. Get Jordan. Cool up top.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Highland passes to George. The shot by Butler, nobody around. No good, unable to end this run. Raptors have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. On three-pointer, Wiggins drills the three-pointer. Wiggins has got 9 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. If you're on that side of the scoreboard and they are landing some haymakers.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group.
Time right now.
The story for Trae Young. Lakers trail by 13. 1:10 left here in the opening quarter.
Look at Lonzo.
Here's Ball.
Lonzo.
Ball slams it in.
Yeah, Ball snuck out there capitalizing in transition, but his speed, part of that equation, too. Good job by Ball.
Oh, hey. What are you doing?
Here's Simon. And he finishes nicely on the way.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
George finds a limit. That shot off the mark. And Toronto will go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And here again, the Raptors in transition. Up the court they go. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now, here's George. Guarded by Reddish. Shot to stop the run. The shot will not fall. We're at the end of the first quarter. What a blowout already in this one. Toronto ahead, opening up a huge gap. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
They're going to be good.
Second quarter basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
You got Thompson. Also, Trae Young out there. And it's right in at the power forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Thompson driving the lane. Porzingis with the rebound.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Greg, we know that Klay Thompson had 941 days between NBA games because of those injuries. But he was using that experience away for good.
And Klay announcing with that his family foundation would have a 941-day initiative. Programs to help workers who have suffered career setbacks. Thompson helping others with their comeback.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Lakers are, of course, one of the league's storied franchises. And Magic Johnson was asked recently if they have the best all-time collection of players. He says it's not even close. Outside of Bill, we have all the dominant closers. Kobe, Jerry, LeBron now, Worthy. Come on now, it's just too many Lakers. Kevin, back to you.
Well, he's got a point, David, and we thank you for your report.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot. But it seems like they have just not figured it out.
You can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
Hachimura is checked in for the Lakers. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Thompson sets the pick for Young. Back to Thompson from the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Looney's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ball from long range. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Toronto. Clark, of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach, but point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson.
Hands it from downtown.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And Young kicks to Thompson. Will it go? And Looney sends it back. Here's Hachimura. They get the rebound for 3. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Ball. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for your Lakers, Kelly Olynyk.
1:36 left now here in the second. In a wide open look for Hachimura. Los Angeles with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
It's stolen. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Young pass to George. Screen by Young. Now here's George. He's guarded closely to stop the drought. Rebound by the Raptors.
Wide open, and still surprisingly wasn't able to cash in.
Count it, good. Ball's got 14.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Young pass to Hachimura. Now here's Olynyk, defended by Looney. Back to Olynyk. dunk by Olynyk.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
So, timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
Laker girls, let's make some noise.
For Los Angeles. Butler comes in for Young, and the Raptors with some changes. Toronto with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. The captain with the bucket.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defense.
And their defense they're done now.
Defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Outside, George. Olynyk, a screen on Wiggins. From deep, George. And so it's Toronto able to put on a show for the ages. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back.
Welcome, everybody. A fun-filled evening underway, and before we talk about the first half of this game, let's see those power rankings.
Yeah, taking a look at the Lakers, they've been holding it down since last of our power rankings, man. 2 wins in 3 tries, that's good stuff.
It's okay. I feel like 3 wins and no losses can be good. But
Now moving on to the game at hand, some challenges in this first half for the Lakers.
and they were gutting a little too much from downtown. They can't afford to become dependent on that shot. They got to compete the consistent way. I like to see them mix it up more in the second half.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Andrew Wiggins is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Anthony Davis. And it's the captain in the 2-guard spot.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're going to out-shoot out this team.
From deep 3-point range, and again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Ray, here's a classic NBA question. Who's been the best franchise in league history? Celtics or the Lakers?
Come on, Kevin, you are putting me on the spot, but I'd go with the Lakers. More superstars over the years, and I think that 2000s run with Kobe and company, that put them ahead in my estimation.
Thompson from long range. Los Angeles with another miss.
And, you know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Thompson to stop the run. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's DeRozan. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. On its way from Young for 2. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
DeRozan for 3. Bangs on the trifecta. DeRozan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Young outside. Passes it to Thompson. Unloads from 13. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the way Trae Young is the focus of this offense, the numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total in 2022. That hadn't been done in 49 years.
And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's George.
2 minutes.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And here's Davis for 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this one.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
To end the cold streak. And it's blocked.
You get blocked.
Fast break Toronto. Finish off the break. Davis has got 7.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Pulls from the top of the key. The shot by George, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
George. And the call off the shot sends him to the line.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
You can't be overly aggressive with DeRozan. I mean, the second he senses and feels that you are, he'll take advantage of it.
Both shots good from the stripe.
89.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to George. Over Wiggins. And the Lakers with another miss.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And Davis gets it to go.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure is, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heads up basketball, plain and simple, guys.
Olynyk, a screen on Davis. 3 seconds left. Missed inside. And so is the Toronto Raptors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching him today. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And we'll be back with you shortly.
In the fourth quarter coming.
And a chance right now to show you
He had a bigger track, bigger track.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter. So it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They got Rice. He's out there with Pat Connaughton. Butler out there with Olynyk. And it's Alexander Walker in the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan throws it down.
You know, one of the biggest fears when you face a team like this with DeRozan is his ability to run the floor. And when he does that, he can hurt you on the break.
Rule with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up.
Wiggins.
Here's Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Spectacular move. Wiggins' elevation, body control, strength, elite across the board.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Kit. Butler kicks to Olynyk. Olynyk, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Alexander Walker. Wiggins with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Pass to Olynyk. They need this. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Wiggins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's the captain. Inside.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. You can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Oh, that's blocked. And so
Get that ball, guys. Get that
team
team
position.
down.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense
that
needs
team
another
down.
look.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that
Get
get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
John Wall's checked in for Butler.
Lakers. John Wall.
John Wall.
It's intercepted.
Hey,
Here's the captain. He's defended by Connaughton. The captain with the bucket. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Toronto?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
First team foul.
The Lakers making a switch here. Hachimura is checked in. Players, Clark, as we know, are changing teams more than ever before. Some don't like it, some do. But free agency is something historically that was fought for.
And again, you've heard me say it before, Kevin, empowerment of the players I'm in favor of, and freedom of movement is part of that empowerment. And sure, it can cut both ways to where some fans and league executives may be
that's a nice run.
frustrated by it, but I tell you what, it's good in my mind for the players.
Two free throws here, clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown. We're seeing more fouls recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
Yep.
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Klay Thompson in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's the captain. To the hoop.
Andrew Wiggins, the former first overall pick, showing off his passing skills there.
Yeah.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes.
Rule with the steal.
2 minutes.
Where's the
And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. And that makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Olynyk. After the Raptors pick up 2, trying to get something going. Wall's shot is off. Wiggins outside. He takes it in, and he goes big with the dunk right over Rui Hachimura.
Typically an efficient ball handler using only what he needs. Wiggins with the savage move that time.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And it all
always feels good to get that first win in a season series. Going head-to-head twice this year. This will put them up 1-0 so far against Los Angeles.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the captain.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
And here's Thompson following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk. Heidi's checked in for Los Angeles.
Right.
And here's Toronto. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. DeRozan, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Oh, yeah, the fans are leaving.
Outside Butler. Poole with the steal. Wiggins outside. Wiggins slams it down.
Pouring barrage from Wiggins. Aggressive, focus. No one's been able to hold him down all night.
There's the screen. To end the run. Here's White. Nifty move. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cookies to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Anthony. Great team win. How important are those contributions throughout the roster?
We got a great team, and guys are playing for each other. We play selfless. All we care about is winning. And these guys are doing the little things, and therefore, any chance we get where we're able to find these guys and make plays, we want to give it to them. We want to reward them and thank them for doing all the little things. That's how you win championships.
Yeah, it was 1 through 15 tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, let's check out our New Balance Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins.
Paul George, 4 points. Clay, 3 points. Trae Young, 2 points. 2 points. Everyone goes like Wiggins and bring it back. Wiggins, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Oh boy. Ray, 3 points for Robbie, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks for Robbie. Wiggins, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. AD, Anthony Davis, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks. DeRozan, 15 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Lonzo, 14 points, 1 rebound, 2 steals. Poole, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks. Alright guys, leave a like, leave down the comments down below. It's your boy TSM Robbie. Subscribe. Leave a like. I'm out. Peace.